Hello everyone, this is Ninja_Guy_12 here, bringing you the Gundam ground type weapons rack. I find the irony of the color scheme ironic on this because I have it painted in Zeon capture colors from Mobile Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam, but all the markings are all Federation logos. So I find that kinda ironic. And pretty stupid, in all honesty. I should have double checked to make sure they were all Zeon markings before I decided to actually run this color scheme. But yeah, should have fixed that. I mean, I could also say like, oh, it was a Zeon it was a Gundam ground type weapons rack that was stolen by Zeon, then stolen back by the Federation, and they just put on Federation marking because they were too lazy to paint it back in the original colors. So I could just do that, but there's no excuse for this. But anyway, so the Gundam ground type weapons rack is a 300 cost support at level 1. This is the I think the 350 or the 400. I think it's pretty sure the 350. So this is level 2, it go up to 500 cost at level 5, and I gotta say, this is like a very good support in all honesty. Like, it does pretty good damage, obviously it has that shield, and like, a bunch of other things. It also has the kind of flash grenade, which really does help a lot, in my opinion. I mean, compared to like something like the Zaku 1 sniper, sure, you don't have as much variety of weapons you could equip as that, but with this, like, you at least have some really good counter melee stuff you could do in the form of the kind of flash grenade. Because at least with the Zaku 1, if you don't have the Magella top cannon, like let's say you're using the beam sniper rifle on that, you're pretty much going to have to like try to stagger them first with the Sturmfaust, then try to stagger them with the beam sniper rifle, and they haven't like dodged out of the way yet, try to downswing. And that's pretty much the same like mentality here, because you kind of stagger with the cannon, then flash, then if you have enough time you can actually get out the second shot with the cannon, then do a downswing, because obviously this has a kind of standard Federation downswing on it. And look at me getting wrecked by this Zaku flipper. Never picked a fight, and I eject because I have like no HP left. I thinking I could try and take C, but C was already capped, so now I try to make my way over to A to steal the point over there, because I literally couldn't do anything. So, the weapons rack, I feel like, is pretty much like one of the best supports at its cost. Even like at 400 or like 450, I think it's a pretty good support. Though I think once you get to like the 450 range, then you're contending with Jaegers, Heisa Customs, what's the other one? Gun can detectors, full armor Gundams, Gelgu cannons, mud rocks. So like, compared to all of those, like, I don't think it'd be that good, but considering at level 4 and 5 you get the extra complex slots level 2, so you put on, you get the extra 2 part slots for each category. Like, that's really good, if I'm being honest. So that isn't terrible. So I feel like the Gundam ground type, I've actually run this thing at 500 cost, and it still does work, because you could put on all 5 firing programs on this. No, not all 5, I mean 4 firing programs. And you can get this thing up to like, I think 70 something range strength, but is really good. On top of that, obviously you have ballistic weapons. Because most supports at that cost... Sorry. I just ate food. But basically, where was I? But basically, this cost would be mostly running beam weapons, and obviously, like I mentioned, in higher cost, most suits don't have high ballistic resistance. So having something that does do ballistic damage is really good. I'm gonna get knocked down. Yep, see. But our friendly Pale Rider Cavalry killed me out there. Tired and finished eating. Huh. So, if you guys haven't gotten a chance to actually use the weapons rack much, then go ahead. Like, it is a perfectly good support, in my opinion. There's nothing I would really change. It's just like, I guess we kind of move on to the kind of weapons this thing has, because I think that's kind of the issue here. So basically, the main weapon that it comes with as standard is the 180mm cannon, which is pretty good. Then you also have the missile launcher as your optional weapon, which is, I feel like, kinda underrated and kinda underused, because you don't really ever see people run the missile launcher, because technically speaking, I guess it should be shooting up to 2 rockets per, like, every time you use it. Like, it should be shooting 2 rockets. But, it doesn't. It only does 1. It takes a bit of time for you to actually reuse your shot again. I get killed right here, unfortunately. So, like, basically, you never really see, weapons racks actually use the missile launcher, because it's basically just a glorified bazooka at that point for a support. But if you're one of those people that like using the Gym Sniper Custom with the hybrid bazooka, then you should give it a chance with this thing, because at least you have some kind of better stagger options. But obviously you don't have the extra like beam pistol that the Gym Sniper Custom has. But basically its other weapons are the chest-mounted Vulcan gun, which is basically just a standard Vulcan, to be honest, so nothing special. And then it also has the flash grenade, which really helps, because it kind of temporarily, like, when you hit someone, like, it flashbangs them for a second. And, it's a great stagger weapon, to be honest, to help you, like, fight raids a lot more easily, because obviously they're gonna have to basically go through your cannon, flash grenade, and then back to cannon. So basically that's 3 staggers, and if they waste their dodge roll during any one of those, they're basically screwed, because you can get away with a down swing. I'm sorry, teammate, I didn't mean to hit you. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day, actually. I don't want to kind of go over my day, because I usually repeat the same answer, to be honest. But that is pretty much it. I think this is a really good support. But that's essentially my match in the Gundam ground type weapon rack and Zeon capture colors. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and commentary, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later!